What's all this clothes and shit? All this fish stuff. Get all this fish tank stuff on my side. Fish tank stuff on your side. No, I'm cleaning up my side. Dirty towel. That's not dirty clothes, bitch. It should be hanging up then. It should be on my side if it's not dirty. Well, take it out. See what I gotta put on it? Just a short video. I gotta start getting ready for class. Well, I got one class today. I'm not talking to you. Silence, woman. Silence. I'm gonna go get the hamper. Here we go. All right. So, what? Steven took the hamper? Oh yeah, because he needed another one. Yeah, he'll probably come over and do laundry today. Don't you have Steven's phone number? If you got his phone number, just say bring back our shit. You know how to text my brother. My brother lives near us, by the way. If you hadn't gotten that from the conversation, he lives less than 10 minutes away. Well, one of my brothers. One lives in Alaska, one lives here, and the other lives with my parents. I have 3 little brothers. And the oldest of the 3, the oldest of the 3 lives, next town over. And I don't even know if you're gonna call it a town. These little towns are so close together. They're so small and they're so close together. They're still technically considered part of Houston. I'm still considered part of Houston, even though the town is not Houston. The address is. Fuck. Alright. That's alright. Okay. Let me take it right. Okay. Alright. Just waiting for people to get the notification. In the meantime, I'm trying to wake up. I need like a phone holder, a phone stand. Oh man. Moves, yes. Shower time with drag. Yeah. Love your body, folks. Even if it's not looking like a model, love yourself. There's a difference between loving yourself and thinking everybody of the opposite sex wants to fuck you. There's a huge gap between that. Always love yourself. I think some people on Google Tubes, some people around the world take that a little bit too far. I love myself, but I know good and goddamn well everybody wants to fuck me. I don't care how many people on the internet tell you. Not everyone wants to fuck you. Don't be fooled. So, for that ass up, shut up. Wife in the chat. So, part of the reason I'm making this is it's a few updates. Mrs. Dragnet will be going live. As soon as she drops me off of work, she's going to take her happy ass to GameStop and get Metroid Prime. She's going to do an unboxing video. So if you're in the games and you actually just want to see my wife talk about shit while I'm at school, tune in to Mrs. Dragnet's channel, Music Lover 4, number 4 Life. It's on her channel, on my channel. If you go to my channel, you look on the right for suggested or recommended channels or whatever it says. If you can't find it, Renee and a whole bunch of other people can give you the link. So go interact with her. After you get out of school. Okay, well, so she's gonna go after you get out. So even better. Um, there is going to be a hangout today. I should say not today, tonight. Tonight there will be a hangout on the Meatball Master himself's channel, Mr. Christopher Malte. And Christopher will be talking to our good friend Steve McCray. So, some of you can kind of guess, what it's about, but it's not going to be a fucking slam session. It's not going to be a come shit on Steve session. It's kind of a meeting of the mind, seeing what's going on, airing of grievances, and an open dialogue. A very cordial open dialogue, from what I understand, in which some real talk can be had. And by real talk, I mean some tough love, some feedback, some being receptive, a lot of openness. Because it's really easy. Well, I'm sorry, I start cussing around you kids. You can see he wasn't listening, only responding to certain words. Baby, this tea is good. Where did we order this from? This tea is banging. Oh, it's Pizza Hut tea. Sweet tea. I'm not sure people will be able to join, but if people are going to join, I would like it so that people who want the best for Steve to join. If, like I said, I'm not sure how Maury's going to set it up, but it's up to him. Maury's a master at this. He has the soul, the music to soothe the savage beast. As we say when it's hanging out with G-Man. It's a joke, folks. It's a joke. But I think Maury is one of the best people to kind of bring things out in the open, rather than folks just kind of poking and prodding, because Maury has the ability to do that for some strange reason. He should have been a lion tamer or something. Won't work on me. Those eyes don't work on me, sir. I've been trained. I know you. Anyway. I want people to come show love. Show compassion. But be critical. But be very honest and be very specific. Have examples. If that is the case. I don't want people just to go and go, well, I missed the opportunity to shit on Steve. And just to, just fling turds his way because that's what everyone else is doing. I don't see that shit. Anybody can do that. Do that on your own time. Not here. So, on that note, if you feel that you want to see the GDC survive and thrive and grow, then this is the hangout for you. Maury, I think, posted on his G+. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to correct me if I got the time wrong. And it may just be him and Steve only, or it may be just a few select people. And that's why... I would suggest only people who actually care for Steve, think he's a nice guy, but think that he has room to improve. So that is kind of what my vision is for that. They say hello, Drag once. So, once I don't know who. Some of y'all might have seen the G-Man did his G-Man versus the World thing. No. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. He did Bring an Evolutionist. God. He did Bring an Evolution. I forgot what the rest of the title was, but he I guess was starting to do it again. And so he was trying to invite Jade, but then, none of us can ever find Jade's screen name unless you know the secret button combination. You can only find Jade's screen name. If you know the super secret one, you can get the Turkey Cat screen name with her icon that everybody knows. So of course, G-Man, a bunch of folks are having issues with that. But I said fuck it. I sent G-Man a text message because my wife was watching it in the back room. and I was watching in the living room on my phone as I was texting somebody. And so G-Man was making fun of me when I was eating grass, which it is funny. He should have. And as a joke, I sent G-Man a text message, and I said I needed to eat that grass because I need my roughage. I don't think he got the joke with that, but I came in, I kind of explained, I was like, yeah, G-Man, it was just a joke. And so I sat down because they had some pretty cool people in there, you know. G-Man was being, you know, up hype, you know. G-Man, he's up ready to go, you know. He's doing his pregame to our debate. I said, you know what, man, I'll play along. Why not? I will play along. Because it seems like a lot of fun. He had Antonio in there. He had Veckel in there. And, you know, I was like, all right, if Antonio's paying attention, it might be interesting. Antonio don't be paying attention. Antonio knows he don't be paying attention. That's not the real Antonio. But Veckel was in there, you know, offered his arguments from incredulity. So I said, I'll go and play. So I sent G-Man a text. I said, send me a link. So we get to talking, had a really good conversation, and someone kicks Antonio out. Of course, Antonio first thinks it's me. Now, and I was saying this in the side chat, I understand why Antonio thought that it was me. I completely understand. I was the last person who had the link. So I'm not sure how, but there was a bunch of unknowns in the chat because he invited On Raw and he invited Thunderfoot. So I'm not sure. I'm not saying either one of them did it, but there are also some other names in there. But none of us could see it because it's that glitch where you can only see like the top 4 names, and then it's just unknown, unknown, unknown. So once he was sniped, because I have a screenshot. I opened my screen capture program, and it just said nothing, and an arrow removed Antonio Fletcher from the hangout. So I'm like, well, fuck. I can't even tell who did it. And as I was typing inside, because Spoken had come in at that time, and Spoken actually were having a really good conversation. And Spoken said, yeah, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say Drag did it. It just says there's nothing. And I'll show you the screenshot later. But G-Man put the Hangout link out there later. Antonio came in on a sock. And then someone came in called Antonio the Sniper Kid, and that person sniped Antonio out. So, and then Antonio apologized because he thought it was me, because I wouldn't be able to come in on a sock and then snipe him. You know, like that's not even one of my socks. Everyone knows that my socks are Tasty, Drag Not Sock, Real Talk, and I think I have the one with my actual name. Those are my actual sock accounts, but everyone knows them. So my wife was getting pretty pissed at Antonio doing that, because my wife is sitting here looking at me like she can see everything that's going on, and she would know. And I don't snipe people. Like, that's not something I've ever done. So Antonio ended up apologizing, and like I said, I understood why he was upset, and I understand, you know, why he thought that. It's just that, you know, I think some of these guys are a little bit too quick on the trigger with the persecution, that they let that override, you know, their thinking, their logic, and they just kind of go tribal for a second. So it's whatever. But yeah, we had, and I will say, and I said this in the hangout. I said, you know, and mind you, G-Man called me right after the hangout ended, and we had a nice little chat. And so he was suggesting that I practice my debate skills, because he said my debate skills suck. And I said, well, you know, okay, I'll take that criticism. He said, well, I watched your video. You said you want people to be blunt with you, so I'm being blunt. I said, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being candid with me. So I just took it. There was no reason for me to fight him on that. And he's right. And G-Man is actually right about that. I do need to improve my debate skills. I'm not going to lie. You're just doing laps? No, I just had tea. I just had some sweet tea because I need something to, you know, kind of start my metabolism, you know, a little bit, give it a little jump start. So I'm pacing. My crib is not that big, man. It's really not. So if you actually watch me when I'm on a hangout and I have my phone, you'll see me walk around a lot. That is probably also too because I'm starting to lose a lot of weight and I feel a little bit more mobile. And I say a lot of weight. I probably lost like 3 pounds of titty meat. I don't know, titty fat. Excuse me. What is sweet tea? It's okay. It's like tea that you guys have in over in England, but you boil it. You boil the water hot. You put the tea bags in there, but then as the tea bags are in there, you also put in sugar to make it sweet. So after you put the sugar in there to make it sweet, you put ice in it to chill it, because from what I understand, you guys don't do cold tea. But here in the American South, we love sweetened cold tea, iced tea. Yeah, so yeah, that's because I described it to Rumpus. He was like, what is this? And so right, you start having a conniption fit. Yeah, that is how we drink our tea. That's why we had to dump all your nasty tea, in the harbor way back when, because you guys weren't making it right. So we had to get rid of it. It was there we go. I was looking for Texas government notebook. I have all my classes. Here's my federal government book and my technical writing notebook. So, I forgot to switch them out last night. Because every other day I got to switch out these notebooks. And I don't know what happened to my syllabus for tech writing. I don't know what I did with it, because I was supposed to put it in the front transparent sleeve, so I could tell what binder is what. So I just did the shitty way and just wrote on a piece of fucking computer paper. But cold tea, proper tea, barbaric. Hey, it's fucking delicious. It is delicious. I can drink hot tea. I can. There's nothing, wrong with it. But it's already hot here, so it's something that you drink to kind of help cool you down, and it's delicious. So I think that's really how, our iced sweet tea emerged, from it being really hot here in the South, 90 something degrees and over 90% humidity. We need something to cool us down and quench this thirst. Yeah. Best sweet tea, McDonald's. Yeah, well, you know what? McDonald's sweet tea is usually good. The one up the street, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the McDonald's up the street. Every time we go there, it's something stupid. My little brother used to work for McDonald's. He used to be like a shift leader, whatever it is up there. And he went to the one up the street. They put shredded cheese on his cheeseburger. I don't even know where you get shredded cheese from at McDonald's, but somebody fucked up somewhere where he had shredded cheese. But yeah, somebody went to the grocery store and came and put some fucking shredded cheese on his shit. I was like, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So usually, if anybody's been to McDonald's, they have just a sliced cheese. It's usually melted, but somebody had like grated cheese on his cheeseburger. Like, what the fuck is this? But it's a bunch of young kids who work there, and I mean like 16, 17 years old. And nothing against young kids, but if they're not kept in line, they get lazy and shit. I know I was one of those kids. I know I was older. I was working with some young kids, and they work ethic is not there, just generally, unless they've been raised right. So I don't know. There's also a bit of a language barrier depending on what time you go and get your food. That's an issue. A little bit of a language barrier, but that's to be expected. One of the advantages, the more diverse you are, the more issues you may have. Better food comes more challenges. So I'll accept it. I'll accept that. What I was actually upset about last night, I was I had ordered My wife wasn't feeling well, so I ordered her and my son little personal pizzas from Pizza Hut, like little box pizza. And I said, well, I'm gonna order me something small because my fasting window uh, was just open. Well, it had opened a few hours ago. It was just about to close again, and I wanted some Indian food because I hadn't had Indian food in a little while. I said, all right, it's a place up the street. They'll deliver it. Awesome. And let me just get some chicken curry and some garlic naan. Like that's the extent of my Indian cuisine, preferences right now. Cause I haven't really tried much else. Well, I've tried chicken tikka masala, but I was like, no, chicken curry. That's the shit. So, as I'm watching the G-Man Hangout, I get a text message. Oh, we're sorry. We have unexpected closure. We're refunding all your money. I'm like, fuck. Are you serious? So, went to bed a little pissed, a little hungry. Not a big deal. I need to grab me some water for today. Get rid of this headache. So, they did refund my money. And they gave me like $5.99 towards my next order. So I said, okay, I guess I'll try them again tonight, and that'll be my dinner. So we'll see. We'll see if they're worth the rave, because I've been really disappointed with some of these Cajun Creole restaurants around here. Like I was talking about that yesterday, because they tried to make one of my favorite dishes, like if not my favorite dish in the world, which is crawfish étouffée, and someone fucked up bad, and they did the one thing that I hate, the one thing that I despise when people are trying to make they're trying to make a roux, and they fuck it up and they make it way too soupy. And so I could see, just like when I got the styrofoam container, it felt like I had a styrofoam container of soup, and I was like, that's the first fucking bad sign. And opened it up, and I see little bitty morsels of crawfish tail swimming in a soup of some reddish brown concoction. So, needless to say, I'm sitting here with a spoon drinking watery ass roux with chunks of crawfish meat and rice, talking to a buddy of mine, and I'm just trying to keep because it was my birthday, and I was a little peeved about that, just a wee bit. I'm still actually a little pissed off about that. So I gotta get with my cousin, who is from New Orleans, and he suggested a place, so I just need to go with him and see what they have to offer, because I need a one-stop shop where I can go get shrimp po' boys, where I can go get crawfish étouffée, where I can go maybe get some boudinlings, maybe get some fucking gator tails or some crackling. I need a one-stop shop, because I'm tired of having subpar Cajun food. You know how sad it is? How are you doing, Mr. Dragnet? Why are you looking around here? What's going on?
I need to iron my shirt.
You need to iron your shirt? Okay. This is pointing at me. No one see your booty. It's okay. It's all right. It's R-O-U-X. That's how you spell roux. It's 2 ingredients. Roux is 2 ingredients. Butter and flour. You sit there and you fucking stir it for 20 minutes on medium to high heat. Not too high, because it'll start to fucking burn. You'll notice it'll have its color. I know when its color is right and it's ready, because its color is the same color as me. So when it starts looking like me, then I know that it's where it needs to be. If it starts looking like Wesley Snipes, you fucked up. And I was in G-Man's. That's how you tell. I'm sorry. That's how you tell.
That's discrimination.
I'm just saying. That's how you tell.
I'm
So,
dark like Wesley Snipes.
No, you're not dark like Wesley Snipes. Shut up. So, I was in that Hilarious Zulu hangout like last week, and I don't know why I was trying to do this, but I was trying to make Rue, and I got that notification. I clicked it. I'm thinking that I can just sit here and talk, and then I have to stop what I'm doing because G-Man's going, ape shit about what he thinks is Han Solo's point. So I had to stop in the middle of it, in the middle of me making Rue, which I shouldn't have, and I end up just turning it off and say, okay, I'll just continue this in a second because I'm not getting the consistency that I want. And so I ended up turning it back on once I was done with the hangout, and I ended up turning it way too high. And I burned the Rue. I was like, God damn it, I just threw it away. But my kitchen smelled fucking awesome, though. It smelled delicious. But I ended up wasting a lot of flour and a lot of butter. Milk for a French Roux. I'm not familiar with milk roux, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to make it. But you have to make sure that you watch it. You have to make sure, because it usually takes like 20 to 45 minutes of sitting there and just stirring it and monitoring it. But Bezamel, Time for me to get ready. So, basically, if you missed the early part of this hangout, I was talking about Christopher Malley's going to have a hangout with Steve later tonight. If you want to support Steve to see him succeed, and you want to show him some love, please go watch. I'm not sure who all is going to attend it, but that's what it's for. It's not for throwing shit at Steve. I'm reiterating now for those who missed it. My wife is going to be hosting a hangout on her channel. She's going to be doing unboxing videos of the new Metroid Prime video game. So you can go hang out with my wife. She'll be doing it, I think in about 2 hours, because she says she's doing it after I get out of class. So I'll be out of class at 1 p.m. Central Time. I'll be here, 1 p.m. Central Time. So I guess she's gonna make her ass to GameStop as soon as she drops me off, and then do the unboxing when I come back.
Come back to the campus and chill.
I mean, you can go to campus and walk around, chill. They got food trucks there. I'm just saying, but so I was flinging shit at whoever sniped G-Man's hangout. That was a dick move. We were having a good conversation. Spoken was asking some really good questions. Questions that I told G-Man after the hangout. G-Man and I had a phone call, and I said he should get with Spoken because I liked the direction Spoken was going in. It's still an argument from incredulity that he's working with, but I can work with that fallacious logic and use it kind of as a launching pad to have some great conversation. And instead of just going, oh, well, what you believe is whatever, has nothing to do with it. Here's the evidence, yada, yada, yada. I can use it to segue into how do we draw inferences in science? Because that is more of a philosophical question, but it's a great question nonetheless. So, and one of the things that Spoken had brought, because it seemed like Spoken had did some thinking about this, and he said he couldn't find anything about the emergence of warm blood and creatures. And to that, we usually hear stuff like that. For that one, I actually believe him because I tried looking it up, but it's the question he was asking is kind of it's steeped in some other knowledge. Like if you haven't formally really studied biology, you're not going to know how to properly look up the answer to the question. And I say that because it didn't hit me until later in the hangout where I said, oh, I have a paper here. What Spoken was actually saying is that he was trying to figure out thermoregulation. No, I haven't checked G Plus yet, Jade. Can you send it to me on Facebook? It'd probably be easier. But it didn't hit me until later. But what Spoken was asking about actually was the emergence of exothermy in creatures. And so, of course, if you produce your own heat, guess what? Your blood's going to be warm too. Huh? I don't know. It is only an hour. I didn't know everyone was invited. I told 2 people. Oh no, Steve. It's. I think people. I'm not sure because Maudie has told me he thinks he's just going to do a one-on-one. So I'm not sure if that's going to change between you two. I don't know what you two spoke about, Steve. So that's why I was like, if that's the case. But my comment covers people who may join later or people in the chat. So it's just not for direct participants too. Like I said, I don't want people in the fucking chat just throwing shit at you. So that's even that includes them as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure, Steve. If that I think it is just you two. Yeah, well, no, Spoken had picked something specific because I think he has actually, and I'll go on a limb and say, I think he has done a little bit of research, and so when he's conceptualizing the emergence of certain traits, I think he's having an issue with that, and he's having a hard time figuring out how a cold-blooded animal became warm-blooded and what kind of mechanisms would elicit that change. But since, and here's the issue again, when people are trying to go from the top down and study science, they miss a whole bunch of stuff. If he would start from the bottom up, he would have learned about endothermy, ectothermy, and I think someone mentioned mesothermy, where you're kind of in the middle of warm-blooded and cold-blooded. It has to do with how you metabolize shit within the organism's body, because you have birds who produce their own heat. Us as mammals, we produce our own heat. So if you can produce your own heat, you don't need to go out and bask in the sun like a fucking alligator. Because you have your own heat. Your body temperature can stay where it needs to be because you can thermoregulate. Oh, thank you, Jay. There we go. So, I think to truly understand that, you may need a bit of a background in genetics and biochemistry. But I'm pretty sure the stuff that that's out there can be broken down so folks can understand. But that's what Spoken was saying. He had a hard time figuring out. So what he was actually trying to get at was that how did exothermy evolve from endothermy, or mesothermy rather? So it's actually a really good question, at least in my opinion. I think it is. It's not an excuse to go, well, all of evolution is false, but the way that Spoken phrased it seems sincere to me, because it was like, I'm having a hard time conceptualizing this because I don't see how this could emerge from this. And it's a fair question. It is a very, very fair question, because it's not one of those straw men. I don't see how a monkey man that existed 50 million years ago turned into a sort of monkey man, and all that stupid shit that we hear. I want to give Spoken enough credit because I think that he actually took the time, and this is just kind of like a stumbling block. So rather than just kind of, kick dirt on it and say, okay, well, I got you. Let me meet you halfway and present, some evidence to kind of show you how this works. You may or may not be able to understand all of it, but the evidence is out there. And I think that's, and I'm kind of glad the hangout ended when it did, because Nephilim Free came in there and I'm like, oh, fuck. When Nephi comes in there, like, I have the urge to start using jargon I know he doesn't understand, just because he's such a fucking pretentious dick and he doesn't want to have honest conversation. Because we were, even though G-Man was doing, the hype G-Man thing, he was still somewhat under control. Like, he was not going full G-Man. He wasn't going crazy. He was for G-Man, relatively calm. So yeah. Yeah, Steve helped Neffy get back, so Neffy's going to be live and in color soon. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see. And Jade, yeah, I'm not sure if Spoken's going to read them, but I've invited Spoken to come and have a chat. So what I might do is, I'm not going to hold my breath, but just offer that there so that, you know, that's one less thing that, you know, he says that he doesn't understand. So in worst case scenario, have an open hangout and we just chat. Other people get to learn about ectothermy and endothermy and, mesothermy and all, mesothermy, excuse me, not dermy. Drag, it's not gonna make you late, is it? Time check. Time check.
Huh?
Time check.
It's 11:09.
11:09. No, I'm good. Hold on. So, there we go. Need to wash up a little bit because I'm naked. So, well, if someone sees my genitals, I get flagged for showing nudity. Can't be showing that. Don't you rush me. I go to my class when I feel like it. I do what I want. Okay, woman? I need to get a haircut. I'm gonna text Steven to see. I need a fucking haircut. I'm tired of this. I need them to cut my hair as low as they can get it. Fucking bald as possible. And then trim up this goatee. I'm tired of this. I'm gonna have to deal with this shit. Scalp's starting to get dry. Let me get the Junior needs his haircut too. Something fierce. Not sure if we might be able to do it Sunday. We're supposed to meet up with my classmates for this fucking project that I don't think they've been working on. I'm gonna do some more work on the second one today, and then it'll be sink or swim after that point. Let's see. Oh. Skin morphology and its role in thermal regulation of mole rats. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, Jay just sent me a bunch of resources on thermal regulation. So that should be more than enough to satisfy Spoken's curiosity. And I'm pretty sure other people may be curious about it too, just in general. So, here's that. It is interesting. Very interesting. There's some of this stuff I hadn't heard about in over a year from my last bio class. Because sadly, I'm not going to be in another biology class for a little bit. I'm kind of tapped out right now. And so, in order to progress further, I need to take some more requisite classes. Uh-oh. About to end this in a second. I have a very incomplete understanding. I don't think anybody has a complete understanding of biology, man. It's such a broad fucking topic. Like, it's the reason I'm getting my degree is because my particular degree, because it's a specialized degree in cellular and molecular biology. So it's like there's I have to take classes like ecology, which I'm not too thrilled about, but there's going to be a lot of shit in marine biology that I have no idea about, because my university is specialized in environmental science. So I can do a lot of research there if I was a marine biologist, an ecologist, entomologist, but I'm not into that shit. I'm into fucking cells. What are you making fun of me? So, There's loads of shit that I don't know about. Hell, I learned last night that there are different types of species concepts. As far as, well, I knew there's two main divisions, the phylogenetic and the biological species concept, but then there's different variations of both of those. Had no clue. Partly because I was never taught about it. But luckily we have resources here. Sam and Rational Mind were kind enough to inform me about that. Which, okay. But here's the thing, and I talked about this in my video the other day. If I want to learn, I can't just go, oh, Rational Mind, Sam, y'all full of shit. Y'all just making that up. Y'all just using tricky language. I can't do that. I know they know this topic a lot better than I do, so guess what? May need to take some time and go, all right, I didn't know about that, guys, and give me some resources or point me in the right direction, and let me go look it up. Too easy. Too fucking easy. That's how you respond when you want to learn stuff. Not trying to debate somebody who knows more than you about it. Just saying. I gotta pee, sorry. I don't know how to mute it.
That's unprofessional.
It is unprofessional, but I'm getting ready, so. Oh, man. Tell me about Major Wood. No, Major Wood, not today. Major Wood came around last night. Around, what, 11:50?
Shut up.
Okay, I'll shut up. Yes, dear. Right before I went to sleep. Major Wood. Let's see a drag wee. Luckily, the bathroom's pretty big, so I don't know if you heard much. Embarrassing you. Embarrassing myself. Sorry, I gotta get ready. Have to urinate. You're the only one whining, dear.
You're whining.
You're whining. Okay. I need to find some let's rotate the device. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Need to shorts. There we go. All right. No, my prostate doesn't need to be checked. Not yet. Not yet. I've already had it checked for free a few times, so I think I'm good. I'm responding to the chat.
Don't need all the details.
Responding to the chat. Okay. I got a fucking headache. Check by a doctor. I can neither confirm nor deny that. Well, it was checked by a doctor once before I enlist. Yeah. Before enlistment, they have to check your prostate. So you bend over. They have you just bend over this table, and they just kind of hold your own butthole open, and then he just kind of peers inside. That was odd. Never held my ass open in front of another man so he could look inside of, me. Interesting experience, but you do what you do for your country. It was like, this is probably the gayest thing I've ever done. But you know what? It's for health reasons, right? Of course it is. Health reasons. So Echo, I'm in my son's bathroom. It's a considerably smaller bathroom. Notice the Ninja Turtles stuff. So, yeah, I'm not in my own bathroom. seen some pornos like that. You've seen some pornos where a guy bends over and shows his butthole? You watching, there's only two possibilities. You're watching a gay porn, or you're watching somebody about to get pegged by his female lover. That's the only two possibilities there. If you're into pegging, that's interesting. Learn about pap smear. Oh yeah, no, I've had to schedule pap smear for women. Yep. Those are fun. You ever play with a speculum? That thing is, whew. Yeah, I used to work as a paraprofessional when I was in the Army. That was part of my job. It's like basically kind of like I guess you could say like a CNA. Yeah, the equivalent to a CNA. Cervical bite. Oh, wow. Ooh, somebody had to reach deep. Somebody had to reach deep for a cervical. Ooh, fuck. But here's the thing, Lolly. Not a lot of guys actually know where the cervix is. They just say, well, everything inside that hole, and including the hole and outside the hole, is a vagina. Well, that's technically true. You know, there are parts of it that are very important. So someone says, oh, I had to get my labia biopsy. Well, that's not a big deal. You know, that's just the skin on the outside. If somebody has to reach up to their fucking shoulder, now up to their wrist inside of you, yeah, that's a whole new arena, literally. So I don't know, maybe Sam and I can go over some of these papers on thermal regulation, and I was hoping to get Rational Mind if we could, find him a stable connection. No, I'm not getting one. You lie there like you're not about to die. I've already told my wife I couldn't be a woman. You have too much stuff going on with the plumbing, for my liking. I was like, that's all this shit's. Oh my goodness, all the maintenance. So much stuff. Has its own microflora, has its own flora microcosm, just within that one area. But if a particular flora runs rampant, all kinds of shit goes wrong. All kinds of shit. I started learning more and more about that from different classes we take in the mornings. And one of the last things I ended up taking a class on with the rest of the medics was how to detect pelvic inflammatory disease, or just any inflammation in the pelvic region. Of course, I wouldn't be touching them and shit like that, but you had to tell them where to touch and where it hurts. My girlfriend keeps her plumbing working by running a BBC up there once, twice a month. Well, Lou, if she's into that, make sure it's not reaching her cervix, because if it's reaching her cervix, there's a fine line between pain and pleasure, and needing to go get your innards rearranged, because I know some women who are into that, like when like a dude like legit has 14 inches on him, and I'm like, you know what? After like the first 8 or 9, that's just straight organ rearrangement. Like that's not even fun anymore. Like you brought you brought a lead pipe to the basketball game. Like there's nothing else that you could do here other than fuck shit up. Like that's just it. But I mean, to each his own. If that's what she likes, hey, it's not the length but the girth that matters. Well, it's even fucking worse. Jeez. So I am satisfied right where I'm at. I don't need no Alex Carson. But 6 is good for non-stretch ladies. That's like, jeez, I don't see how people do it. But then again, I'm not the one taking it. So, but hey, Lou, the stuff you do in your life, man, that's on a whole nother level. Whole nother level. With your naked ass on the beach. But how did we get? Oh no, we're talking to Lou. That's how we got on this topic. That's how. Forgot. But yeah, this is supposed to be a short video, but now I'm waiting on Mrs. Dragnot to get ready, and hopefully I won't be late to class. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I woke up with a headache this morning. Y'all should watch my videos because I do some naked shoots this winter. And if you got some videos, send them our way. Make sure they're good. Good angles. Good angles. Sum up: endothermy, McNuggets, big black cocks. Yep, that's in summary, yes. In summation. Oh. Go this one class and come home. One class. I think it's Veckel's birthday today. Oh, it is Veckel's birthday today. Everybody go say happy birthday to Veckel. Even that boy acts like he's slow. I didn't know he was that much older than me. He is considerably older than me. Like over a decade older than me. I did not know that. 40? Oh, he's over 40. I'm going to say how old he is. He's older. No. I see why he's so stubborn now. Well, that and he's possibly family. So, y'all want to see something funny? Look what my cousin did to my fishing pole. I had to show his wife this. You see this shit? Y'all see this? He tried to cast right next to a fucking tree. And the wind pushed it and got it caught in the tree. I should have just cut it, but I wanted to keep my my bobbers and my sinkers and shit. So fucked up pole. I gotta fix it now. Where? Oh, come on. Where are you at? Oh my goodness.
I gotta put my shoes on.
You taking forever. Telling me to hurry up. You hurry up. Yes, black don't crack. Melanin served him well. I wish the melanin would give him a few more IQ points because the boy is just. No, Veckel's not dumb. I make fun of him like he's dumb. He ain't dumb. He's just well grounded in whatever position he picks. He's just really well grounded. When I mean well grounded, I mean obstinate. That's what that's code for. Incredibly obstinate. Try if y'all think hearing Veckel argue over religion and science is something funny, y'all should see him in politics. Oh my goodness, he is worse. If you can imagine that, way worse. You can bring that boy evidence. No one said that. So here it is. Well, Hillary. Well, like, oh, I thought it wasn't true. Now it's because your supposed political, the antithesis of your political fucking member here, their rival or whatever. Because they do it now, it's true, but I thought it wasn't true. Well, what happened with that? What's going on? So, yeah. Yeah, if you want, I mean, he's on Facebook. I'm pretty sure he talked to you, Lolly. He's he'll engage you on his page too. I've had a few back and forth with him. He is a Trump supporter if you hadn't cut on to that. So, well, he claims he's not, but he does a whole lot of defending of him. Okay, if you say so, bro. Whatever, bro. But yeah, Lolly, if you want to engage him, just bring him evidence and then watch what happens. It's the same thing. I mean, it's not like it's anything unique. He does the same thing here. Well, I just don't believe it. But here's the funny thing. You won't see a post of me going, "Yay, Hillary, yay!" And it's like, you know, because the Clinton family has its skeletons, and like no one denies that. But then he will paint you as a rabid Hillary supporter. It's like you can't be critical of like both parties. You can't be critical of you know, both candidates. Like, it's impossible. It's either one or the other. Like, you have to, like, that's kind of the way that he thinks, and that's the way that he thinks in general. It's a strict binary, everything. It's like, no, man, you can just take up positions and make your decision based on the evidence. So I'm telling you right now, and mark my words, you can go find. I'm pretty sure Veckel will talk to you, since he never had an issue with you. But if you bring up criticism for Trump, he would immediately assume that you are a Democrat, a liberal leftist, and that you support Antifa. That just tell anything, any caricature that he can come up with, he will automatically assume all of that. But don't say shit about it. Like, don't put it out there and just, you know, say, hey, can we actually discuss the validity of these claims that Trump is making? Let's just discuss the claims themselves. Ain't got to shit on Trump at all. He will turn it back. Oh well, Democrats. Oh well, liberals. At Tu Quo Quay, that boy is strong in the force with Tu Quo Quay. That is Veckel's Jedi art. Tu Quo Quay. Not the Sheehan form. No, he is the Jedi master of Tu Quo Quay. It's ancient art. So, but yeah, did y'all want to see my school? Check this shit out. There you go. Let me out. Just drive down there to the end where Kelvin parks his trooper vehicle thing. Well, Veckel's under the impression that if you do consider yourself like socially liberal, you support everything that every Democrat has ever done, and everything that any left candidate has done. I automatically know all the way down. My class is way the fuck down there at the end. Way down there. I gotta end this because as soon as I enter this Bayou building, that's what it's called, that the connection is gonna just drop out. I've tried to connect. I can barely make phone calls in here. So shitty. So I will catch y'all later. Time for me to go learn something about the Texas government. Get some education. Go get you some.